Over the years, people have asked me, now, how loud is the vacuum pump that I sell? The noise that you're hearing right now in the background is a 20-year-old pump that was installed in this piano. This piano has never had the valves rebuilt. It never has had the striker pneumatics rebuilt. The air motor was rebuilt, tracker service was rebuilt, and the main bellows were restored 20 years ago. So the point that I'm trying to make is that this piano has a fair amount of leakage, and therefore I think it's a relatively good example of what people can expect in the real world in terms of the noise of the pump. Like I say, this one, the pump that's in here is 20 years old, and at the level that it's running at right now, you listen to the music. Now the piano's playing so quietly that some of the notes aren't articulating correctly, and we'll go ahead and turn the tempo down so you can hear the noise of the pump. That's the noise of the pump at this playing volume. And I've certainly noticed that as soon as the music starts playing, you can't hear the pump at all. Like I say, this is a 20-year-old unit. If we want to make it play louder, say that we have a party or something like that. The neighbors will enjoy the music too. I consider this loud, but the pump has been playing a lot louder than this one. We'll turn it down to where the music's not playing at all, and you can hear the sound of the pump. Turn it up until the music starts playing. Now I thought of another example. We get out a brand new pump, and right down here we have a brand new pump just taken out of the box, and I thought I'd demonstrate how loud it is as compared to your average fan. And we'll turn the fan on. There's the high speed on the fan. I think that's high speed. No, that's high speed. That's medium speed. And we'll go ahead And we'll pretend that the pump, that there's no leakage. In other words, I'll put my hand over the pump, okay, and I'll turn it on. Actually, now the pump is all the way at low. Now once I take my hand off and air starts flowing across the turbines, you'll be able to hear that air. Okay, now we'll turn off the fan. And you can hear how much quieter. This pump is right out in the open, the other one was inside the piano. And you can hear how quiet this pump is. It's nice and smooth. It doesn't have any of that rumbly sound that that 20-year-old pump has. We'll turn it up. And at this point right here, this is the same level that the music playing at this piano was playing loudly. It can go louder because it can compensate for a lot of leakage. This pump is capable of compensating for a tremendous amount of leakage. And once we get up to full blast, this is full blast on the piano. At this point right here, this pump is producing 60 inches of water vacuum. That's 3 times more than what the manufacturer designed the piano to operate at. So it can compensate for a lot of leakage. But prepare yourself for this. Let's presume that the piano had a tremendous amount of leakage. Here's what you'd hear. Okay, so the pump itself isn't what's loud. Okay? What's loud is the air going across the turbines. And even if we were trying to close that off, or divert it some way so that it didn't make quite so much noise, or try to baffle it. You can hear that as the air increases, I'm just letting more or less air out of here, that the amount of noise that the pump makes is actually directly proportional to the amount of leakage, the amount of air that's going across the turbines. However, this is where the noise is. You don't hear noise out of the back of the pump. This is where the exhaust is, out the back. Where you're hearing the noise, I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but I'll move it over here. You can hear that the noise is at this end. It's not over here at the exhaust. So this noise right here, you don't hear this noise once the pump is in the piano, because all of this leakage that you hear that's right here, this is actually occurring throughout the entire mechanism of the player piano. So it's a lot of little leaks. So you don't hear it as this sound. All you hear is the sound of the motor and the sound of the exhaust coming out the back, unless you have a lot of leakage. Unfortunately, there's no way I can demonstrate that to you. In other words, without hooking it up to the piano, and you would hear the same thing. And this is at maximum. Normal playing level is right about here. And as you can hear, I'll turn this fan back up. That fan is actually generating about as much noise as that pump does. I don't know what else I could show you.